A thick crust pan on the table, red sauce running like a river, a cheese stretch almost to the ceiling. You laugh, I can barely deliver. Steam fogs up the front window, snow piles up by the curb. We're talking big dreams, small paychecks. One more slice, you get the last word. This is my deep dish devotion. Love piled high in a pie, layer after layer of emotion, dripping off the edge, you and I. If this is wrong, I don't want right. Fork and knife, take a bite. Yeah, this deep dish devotion got me staying out all night. Whoa, yeah. Checkered cloth, crowded corner, server shouting out our names. Grease stains on my paper napkin, you're telling me your old heart breaks. Colic on your winter sweater, your hand warm over mine. You say I don't share dessert, I slide my slice across the line. This is my deep dish devotion. Love piled high in a pie, layer after layer of emotion, dripping off the edge, you and I. If this is wrong, I don't want right. Fork and knife, take a bite. Yeah, this deep dish devotion got me staying out all night. Hey! Woo! Tourist line up by the doorway, we're in our own little booth. Crust, crumbs, cold cans, inside jokes, pepper flakes, and simple truth. If every city has its flavor, I'll take this one every time. Heavy, messy, way too filling, just like you and this heart of mine. This is my deep dish devotion. Love piled high in a pie, layer after layer of emotion, dripping off the edge, you and I. If this is wrong, I know alright. Fork and knife, take a bite. Yeah, this deep dish devotion, every slice for the rest of my life.
That's the sound of Silver Ice. And that kicks off Fear Mongrel Rain Radio. We are recording this on the 15th day of March 2026. It will be out tomorrow on the 16th as we head to the Windy City. It comes to you at 7 a.m. Central. We're ready to get on that Amtrak train and head to Windy City and meet that horrible lawyer, Santa Claus. Not paying his bills. I think he'll run off on us if he can make it. Or he'll find some hall pass he had on Ziggy and I, drunk and crushing for Christ, who's too ballless to call into my show, has no balls the size of basketballs. So that's his client. Protecting him. We got through the blizzard. I want to tell Bear of Exposure, lean and listen. My next neighbor took my thunder. He did my driveway for me. I did a driving on the way home. You'll see that on Tuesday. The airport was a ghost town. I made one run. I literally slept for 7 hours in the truck. Just sat there, wake up, watch some videos, go to sleep, and bonding my radar off. And I made a measly $10, but put about $35 in that thing when I went to get gas. They paid me $22 something an hour to sit there for 8 hours, and with one, it's like, it's yours, that's whatever. Just hung out. That's your choice. Oh yes, we're in a little excursion. The hunch, the convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, Donald J. Trump, the draft dodger who didn't go to Vietnam. He's like, Bill Clinton, yahoo! Saluting with that stupid hat on. Now he's making money on dead people, crawling over bodies to raise money from the dumbass white boys. We had one that said MASH was to end all wars, and then he invaded Hitler September 1st, 1938, to kick off World War II, invade like we've been doing in the Iran war. It's when he filled his bones, his flat feet, he plays a lot of golf. We'll see if the bone spurs there, they can feel that as he plays golf down in Florida. The man never pays his bills. It was all about oil. Japanese dragged us in Hawaii. We had to storm the beaches, snap the necks of kraut, and free those Jews. Pearl Harbor Day. Sacrifice at the altar of freedom. The Catholic churches, the rat line, the blue laws, which if I was the governor of Massachusetts, I would have a declaration. All blue laws are now no longer. We finally can buy liquor on a Sunday. Not that I care, but burn to the ground. We had the Forgotten War. I'm talking about 4. Vietnam, listening to a few today about, the helicopters and all that behavior. They had a thing that could shoot them from the sky. Got better technology. Desert Storm anymore. Men and women blue. God bless the working class. They all have balls the size of over oak trees. Lost 6 in the refueling plane. And there tonight is the Oscars. The decadence. We're at war. They're going to be all the swag bags and behavior. But the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Marines Coast Guard uniform, they're putting in harm's way right now. The Marines are on the way. Who knows what they're going to do? He thinks they've won. Well, they keep bombing that thing, and maybe they go help the Israelites, and they bullied them into doing it. It was supposed to end the Ukraine war in 24 hours, but decided to go into Afghanistan. I mean, not Afghanistan, but other places such as well. Went to Cuba, went to Greenland. All the behaviors. Keep forgetting that country that he went in and first it passes my mind, but it is what it is. You know what it is, man. We're in Iran. God bless them. You come home soon. MIAs too as well. Are your choices in life? Are your choices? My dad always told me to be a mistaken choice. I choose, make sure that you see something, say something. I wouldn't shower in the shower of Penn State. Would you shower in the shower? Beef Stew said he would, and so would Sven Johnson. He should not be named. He would. Called Venezuela. Popped to my head here. Don't shower in the shower. We're young man's rape. P stood for Penn State. We call Pedophilia University. Joe Pa got away with it. The Corolla he passed. She needs to be deported or publicly hung for the behaviors. Same thing with the gymnastics. One person's in the Who Scout for that behavior. You don't need drugs, just need a rope. Portable guillotine, I don't care. But don't shower in the shower at Penn State. Women, you carry the groceries. Marry before you carry, as they say, right? It's a condom you're taking off for your pumper full. Require the conflict, AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Ouch. All the behavior, adoption's the option. So yeah, we had pork chops and mashed potatoes and taters. Prevent watching pregnancies, please. You don't like two men having consensual sex. I get it. You can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Double standards. Okay? So I'll just do it. God will just have this in the kingdom of God. Thank you very much. St. Patty's Day is on Tuesday. Y'all drinking green beer, fine. Don't drink and drive. Call somebody, pick the phone, too much to drink. Just call somebody and say, hey, I've had too much to drink. And guess what? They'll pick your young ass up. I've had 3 people murdered by drunk drivers. Many more get murdered every day, and nothing gets done. As the song says, something's the matter, but nothing gets done. I think that's Supertramp. But anyways, thank you so much for your understanding. It's all we're asking. Thank you so much. Bought the girls, and get tomorrow when it comes out. We will be on our way to Chi-Town. Bear exposure. I told him to call the show. She shed. We're not going to get out. Disappointed I couldn't do filler videos. I told my neighbor, I said, you took my thunder. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I want to do some filler videos. He was bored, so he's retired like I've been Maya. So he took my thunder away. I left this morning at 3 o'clock. I was going 40. Went to work. Got in my shuttle. She looked at me and I go, so I thought. She goes, hurry up and wait. I'm like, I'm not surprised. It's the way it is, man. I said, I'll just sit in the back. And that's exactly what I did. Slept, waked up a little bit, looked around, watched some videos. I paid $22 an hour sleeping in a really comfortable, relatively new shuttle. Just leaned back and just, it was great, man. So they got through the behaviors. They got through it. Blizzard. It's on MSN. It was a ghost town. She sent me some pictures of it. They were canceling flights on Saturday from other places, so I don't think they had a lot of planes available to leave Minneapolis because they were canceling. So I think they kind of put themselves in a pickle. I mean, it was a storm, but not as bad as they claim it was. I've seen worse. The highways were slip, but I was going 40 at the time of my life. So, we made it through the rain and got rained on too, as they say, right? So, anyways, welcome to Fearmont. I did write a Windy City Train Blues. Kind of was okay, but I figured I'm going to do some deep dish tomorrow. Going today when this comes out for Monday night. Geno's East, and have we'll have the time of our lives there. But anyways, so I was listening to Karl. What's his name? Crush It for Christ, who's another obsession with Tim, and then the drunk Ziggy and I find excuses to listen to this idiot. I'm sorry, but I've seen 3 videos again. So, I mean, it's fun to put his name in there and talk about it. I get it. I could just listen to Karl. Karl can tell me when he calls the show, and tell me what this moron did. But he's boring, but they all watch him. It's like eating and going beef stew makes me. He's the cook at a local restaurant, right? He makes me an omelet, really great ham and cheese omelet. Throw some hash browns in, and he throws some hollandaise sauce on there, 3 pancakes, header with cheese, and eat the whole thing. And I piss him on. Jeez, I'm never eating. I come back again, right? 2 days later to have the same meal again, and I piss him on again. It was the worst meal I had. Then I come in and get my point. Beef's like, what are you coming here for? I don't know. I'm just glutton for tongues. I can't stand you cook it, but I eat it anyways. I leave a nice couturity just because I want to bitch. That's what I come here for. I want to complain to you, beef stew. I want to complain, and that's what these people are. Yeah, I'm sorry. These are grown-ass men. These are grown men. Grown. And I talk about people. Yes, I do. I mean, Chris, call me Chris. Beautiful young lady. She used to do a lot of shorts. She's a gorgeous woman. I put her in a movie tomorrow because she's very good at her acting. You can put Huston if you wanted to do it because she's a screenwriter, allegedly. Okay, I could put her, both those young ladies in a movie. I call it the YouTube star, whatever. There's a lot of YouTubers out there you could put in a movie. There was some rapper who did that. I think Savage showed me that one time on the show. And I get it. That one guy, that Kentucky idiot, because I went with my third video I watched of Sarasota Tim. He did that night video showing people something, which I had the exact same thing in my truck at work, claiming he was so enraged with him, he thought he was threatening him. So like when the women are doing your morning, they do your morning news, right? And they look in the camera at you. You're supposed to, oh my God, I'm in love with a couple of girls over there on CC, African American woman. I absolutely love her. And same thing with when she's at the airport this morning reporting. Beautiful redhead, beautiful woman. So it's because she looks at me in the camera. Oh my God, she's in love with me. It's just until, what's this, Ziggy and I calls in just drunker than Barium Exposure was. It's just, and what is Karl doing? Holding the phone up. I gave him a mixer, the cord. If he can't take the phone call through the mixer, then what is he doing? What the hell is he doing? I don't understand why he can't get a cord to plug in there to his phone and do it. It's so archaic. It's like, but these guys call into some open mic podcast. I'm not saying it's a great podcast, but I am on a mixer and I'm on recording here on lovely and talented Spreaker. People come to listen. It is what it is. I'm not saying the greatest podcast in the world, but if you're going to take a phone call, I've had my time and the phone won't work. I got to redo it. But you can hear they can hear my people that call in the show, and they can have a conversation with me. And I'm like, I had time to troll his live stream. Beef stew is a part of his, just boring, just sitting in there with Snuggles and Snickers and whatever he was doing. I'm like, I listened a little bit of that. I'm like, okay, that's boring. Just you gotta have the person as a person along with Jeff Cockroach. But I'm like, they're talking about the Sarasota Tim, and we got a private number here. This could be who I think it is. See,
call from Mrs. Squirrel.
Oh my goodness.
To accept, press.
Squirrel, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going?
It's going. I just got home from helping my son move. That was an all-day thing.
Okay. Well, welcome. How the heck are you? I just put that up for fun. I didn't think you'd call, but I appreciate you calling. Just complaining about what's his name, Karl. Okay, they call into a show and I sent him a mixer, okay, and I sent him an extension. They can make a phone call, and he has to hold the phone up to the speaker, up to the thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that.
Yeah. When JJ called, I could barely hear him.
It's like, come on, people can hear you talking right now. This will come out tomorrow before I go to Chicago, and we'll have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? People can hear you talk. And I'm not saying this is a great podcast, but this is we have a conversation back and forth. And the music's in the background, and it kind of blends in, But I'm like, come on, Karl. You could barely hear the guy, And then the drunk, what's his name, called in. Ziggy and I calls in drunker than a skunk, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I think Karl would turn up his volume, which made him sound even louder.
Right.
Okay. But
Yep.
You know better than I do how that works with the volume of the other party.
Right. I've got you. I've got the music a little lower when you come on. That way the music blends in with you. And I try to turn my mic down a little bit, but so then the echoes in there. But we both can have a conversation. We can't be clipped because the music's in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's there for. So.
Yeah, wasn't Karl putting the phone up to his microphone?
Yeah, that's something that you would do out of the blue if you were doing a show, and I knew you. I called you, and you hold up. You're not rigged for it, but you're doing it on your phone, and you have your headset, and you have another phone. You're on your your burner phone, and I call you, that's out of the blue, you can put it up. But when you're set up with a mixer, which I gave him, I don't want it back. But the point is, and he's doing this, I'm going to bust his balls. I told him this, this behavior. It's like it was foolish. I'm like, what the hell do you think you're doing? And then the drunk calls in, and and they're making excuses for Sarasota Tim. I mean, listen, I don't listen to all the BlindViews he's talking about, but if I really didn't like listening to him, but then I listened to it every single time. I did listen to his latest one where I was telling Karl today, and he was talking about Tater being engaged. This is second engagement, right? Correcting and he actually has clips from 6 years ago on his computer. That's a little obsessive. Would you not agree?
Well, I've got some old stuff on Tater from like 10 years ago.
I've never.
Yeah, but I mean, it's for making videos.
Right. But I can be obsessed with people too as well. I think it's just that video he did on correcting about the. I just think he's a little obsessed with Tater. If he's engaged second time, I really don't care. We'll see. It's a matter of a matter of convenience. It's a transactional engagement because he needs somebody to help him with his rig and his truck. You know what I'm saying? She's the right person. You know what I'm saying? He needs somebody to help her bring his van back and forth, his bus. You know what I'm saying? That's what and she needs him because she has no money. She has no money except for, he's banging a woman who people masturbate to. Think about that. That's who you're banging. A woman that you're masturbating to. I don't understand that behavior. Me only fan. I don't get it. But
we've got a lot of growing up to do, and
oh God, yes.
So does she. If she picks him, she wants to marry him.
Yep. Well, it's just like Jenny Penny with marrying engage a carpetbagger. She gets to be on YouTube. People come to her because she knows carpetbagger. He has, and that's transactional. Like he's out on the road for 6 weeks, while she's back in North Carolina taking care of the house. It's a transactional engagement. It's not like it's you get married. Me and you get married. We spend time together. I go to work. You go to work. We go do things. When we're going on vacation tomorrow. We're going to go to Chicago. whatever. I get it. Some people marry for money, but I think you marry for the longevity of it, in my mind. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's a love relationship. Real love. I think it's more of a business venture.
I think she relatively likes him. I think she likes him. He's just, again, he doesn't want her to run off because it's like, okay, here's the ring. String her along for a couple years, whatever it's going to be, and if it's just the piece, and what he thinks there's probably money coming from the house in California, and she's doing her me only fan behavior, and whatever she gets there, it's not a big deal, but she needs someone to put food in her belly, and that's again the transactional behavior is what she wants. I mean, there's, when he moves the bus, someone's got to drive the pickup truck somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's whatever the trailer and everything else. So.
Did you watch her rumble about her engagement?
Yes, I watched that. I have an account over there. I put my stuff over there. Yes, I saw that. And she's kind of walking around and whatever. She does her little rumble stuff.
Yeah, she sounds like an infatuated little schoolgirl.
That's what she is. She's right. It's because it's like if I told you, Squirrel, if I tell you I love you or I'm in love with you, well, what are you in love with? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being in love with somebody or love somebody. She's infatuated because it's in her mind he's a big YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? He's her celebrity, and again, he's going to take care of her because she's got her bus and she got kicked off YouTube because of her nudity. And if you ever watch her video, she'd understand why she broke terms of service. You can't be nudity. It's like you don't play dumb. You know what you're doing. You can't be showing nudity. That they don't like that kind of behavior. But her body is monetized. And she just doesn't understand that. That's what YouTube is for, to show your body. That's what your me only fan is. To go over there and do your stuff. So whatever. I don't know. She kind of reminds you.
Did you watch Tater's video, the recent one, where they got engaged?
I watched part of it. I didn't. I kind of watched I was listening to it more than anything else. I watched the beginning. I think I listened to the beginning, and then they didn't get the picture, but someone took a picture, and they're riding around. I mean, like I told Karl in the last one, and I know that BlindViews talked about it. And I've been to Disneyland once with my wife Sue Ellen, maybe 25 years ago, and what's his name, Daily Woo talked about it, and I've seen videos on why he built Disneyland, because so if you go there, me and you go there, you feel like you're in a whole different area, because everything is, you can't see anything outside of Disneyland. So I get, you go there to get away from your problems, and that's fine. If what he wants to do, that's his business. If he wants to, I don't know what the big deal with him not talking about his legal issues. That's going to be his problem. I just find a little obsession with BlindViews, because I know he's pissed off because he's the Lola thing, which I talked to Karl, was a private text between her and him. You know what I'm saying? So it was a private text back and forth. I get all this Lola behavior and what he's done. He's not a very nice man. He plays a character. Just like Daily Woo, like Carpetbagger. He plays a character. And I've seen Carpetbagger in a drunken stupor on a live stream, not like a total idiot. Call people subhuman and anything like that, so. I listened to part of it. I mean, I was more than listening to it, but he had his Disney thing on his head, and they're boogieing around the train, and she's all excited and whatever else. I'm happy for him. I hope it works out for him.
Yeah. Did you hear him say what's hers is mine?
I'm sorry. He said what?
Did you hear him say what's hers is mine?
No.
Yeah, I can't remember when he said it, but he said it, but he was probably referring to her mother's house. Oh,
okay, yeah. Yeah, he's probably, whatever windfall he thinks he's going to get from that behavior, but with the taxes, and she has brothers and sisters, I don't know. He's a weird individual, man, and like BlindView says, he loves drama. That's what he likes, and it's like, to me, if I'm going to be a nomad, going to Disneyland is not being a nomad. That's something that I would do, I guess. If I went to Disneyland, I don't think I'd bring my camera. I'd be going on rides. I don't need to show you guys, that behavior. But he's hoping he gets, some kind of. Again, I sent him the Nomadic Fanadic with Wonder Hussy shared a real estate thing on her Facebook that was for sale in Nevada. I sent it to him, and it was a old cat house in Nevada. It was like $190,000. It was a really cool place, but for him to go there, and that could be his home base. But I never got an email back. But that was like 3 months ago. I just sent it to him in an email, and I said, "Here's something you should look at." He never responded back to me, and I was just forwarding what the Huss had said on her Facebook, that something was for sale. But it's the last place I'd live up in my mom lived in Arizona. My brother lived in Snowflake. It's Arizona is the last place I would ever homestead. Not a chance. It's a very dry. The water comes out of the river. It's just not the best place to live. So whatever. But
did you watch Karl's live last night?
Yeah, that was the one that he had the drunk on. I had time to troll the video. Yeah, I listened to. What was your thoughts on it?
Well, I came in later.
Mm-hmm.
Probably close near the end. But Casey was in there, and he mentioned something about Sue Ellen Pomeranians, and Karl didn't understand what he meant by that.
Yeah, Sue Ellen. That's her nickname, because it's the Sue Ellen.
Yeah.
Pomeranian. We had been both dogs to kennel them for the trip, so they're over at the kennel. So for the whole next through until Thursday morning, so they'll be happy as hell. They'll get to hang out in the kennel with other dogs and horse around. So they'll be happy.
Did you see where Kentucky Todd called me out?
I heard my name.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What? Kentucky Todd. What did he say?
Did you see where Kentucky Todd called me out?
What did he say? What did Kentucky Todd? What did he say?
He said that I've been making fun of nomads for years, and I get upset when Stewie makes fun of me. You know, like, what do you care, dude? You don't even come to my channel.
Correct. Well,
you know?
he listens to what he probably listens to me. He listens to Stewie because Stewie's obsessed with. He's obsessed with you, and you can come on my show and call in the show. Kentucky Todd just sits in his vehicle. And again, these are grown-ass men who come, like I said before you called, like me going to Stewie's restaurant every other day and have the same meal and complain every single time because I want, this is the worst meal I ever had. It's like, if you don't like Sarasota, then don't watch it. Even BlindViews said enough is enough because people have moved in on his territory, and now all of a sudden, Mighty Python and the Flying Circus is starting to talk about Mikey and Sarasota and Nomadic Fanadic because BlindViews has been watching. He knows all the bodies buried, which he went through that on his video. He knows all the bad stuff about him. You know what he's done, Nomadic Fanadic. So, and all of a sudden, I can talk about Nomadic Fanadic. If I can see a video, make my comment on it, but I don't know all his stuff. I can probably go listen to BlindViews when he does that kind of behavior. All this crap that he's done, but what comes around goes around with him. And that with the bus thing, it's like, I get it. He's finally going to get looked at. But me and Karl have talked about this on the show, and we talked when he bought it. And when these diesel buses, they send the oil out, and the oil comes back, and they'll say, hey, the engine's getting old. So that's why they sell them, because when he comes back from the oil place and says, hey, this engine's got wear and tear on it. That's what they do. So, I mean, I get it, man. It's all fun to have a bus, but, I don't think doesn't think things through. And it's a waste of good suffering, but whatever.
Well, anyways, what I said to him was that, I'm not upset of him using me. He just wants to depict me as an old lady, okay? Mm-hmm. And I told him, I don't know what lies he fills your head with. He's just doing his best to discredit me. That's what he's doing. He's trying to discredit me.
Who the Kentucky Todd or Dinger?
Stewie.
Oh, Stewie, yes. Don't even bother with Stewie.
Stewie was trying to discredit me, is what I'm saying.
No, I understand.
That's what I told Kentucky Todd, what I replied to him back with.
Right. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. No, that's it. That's Stewie. He's just... He doesn't know how to. He's like New York Dan. He's not socialized. He doesn't know how to have a conversation with somebody like on this podcast. He doesn't know how to do this. He has no idea how to.
He wanted to. Remember on your podcast the other day, he wanted to make amends with me and stuff like that. Well, he had lied and called me a liar.
Yeah, I know. He can't have both.
I lied that I was never going to go to any lives or podcasts anymore. I never said that. I don't know where he got that from. And there's no evidence of me even saying it or
right.
a comment of it. He just, like I said, he's just trying to stir the pot, discredit me. Yep. Maybe I'll lose some subs,
Yep.
For whatever reason, whatever vendetta he's got against me, maybe because I'm a woman or something, I speak my mind.
Well, he's a chef, I can love that. I can like anybody.
I don't think he likes it when another woman stands up for herself.
Right. Well, so a lot of guys are. They don't like it when they don't like strong women. They don't. He's a chef. It's his way or no way. And I guaranteed he had very few women work for him, because if they did, they were dishwashers or waitresses, and they did as they were told. So that's why he's living with Snickers and Snuggles and a Rolling Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Living in the outskirts and stalking Sarasota Tim. Just like you made a comment on New York Dan about the up close face. Well, he's learned that from BlindViews, where BlindViews has his face up close to the camera too as well. Same thing. He puts his face close to the camera. That's where New York Dan has learned that from when he be on his cruise.
Yeah, I have a hard time watching Dan. I can't handle his face in you know.
Yeah, if I listen to New York Dan, I'll have it in my ear when I'm doing something. I don't need to see his, like you said, his bad breath when he's looking right. I don't know why he does that. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Hey, I was hoping Casey would call in.
Well, he's the group home. I put it out. I don't know if he would call or not, but I did put. I thought that thing. Well, if he'd call or not, who knows? But I mean, he's on the group home, so he can usually call. He doesn't really call on the weekends. But who knows if he would call the show. But it's always good to have Casey Grits on because I was telling Karl the other day he's having more fun probably being a troll in the chat room than anything else. He's having a good time just playing both sides of the aisle. So, but
Yeah.
Has Old Man Nation done anything lately or not? Has he done anything?
I don't know.
I haven't really looked. I
Done.
really don't look. I think something came through. He had that weird that character he did. So I don't know what. It was towards BlindViews. I think it was something about BlindViews' wife or something. So I think he probably went off on a tangent. And this came from a guy. Remember, he wasn't going to do this anymore. Remember that? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be all nice. I'm not going to be talking about Chubbles or Thick and Rich or anybody else. And that didn't last very long. So.
Yeah, I slowed down on, watching people, because, some of it's the same stuff.
Right. Well,
it's about Sarasota Tim.
Correct.
How many more channels are we going to have? New channels pop up about him, talking about him. It's the same.
To me,
it's the same stuff, but other channels.
Correct. It's fun to bitch about the haters. To me, the hate watchers are more entertaining than Sarasota Tim because they complain they don't like him and he's boring, but what does Karl do? Well, I've told him when I had that 2-week sabbatical. He went and listened to Thick and Rich. And then just like with BlindViews, he does listen to Sarasota Tim. It's just he listens to Thick and Rich, and he still probably listens to Karl. He just doesn't want to admit it. I get it. That's how he gets his information. So when something happens, like when he sold the bike, then he'll talk about it. When something really, really bad happens with Sarasota, just like the lawyer thing. What's your thoughts on this lawyer behavior? I think, like I did a video. Did you see the video I did in the car eating? I think it's just fake drama. I think he knows somebody, and someone fired up a letter for him and sent it out to scare Crushing with in Florida. You know what I'm saying? I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he knows someone who's helping him, like Chris Google Maps.
You're right.
And I made a video about him in his own words, attacking the hater channels, and he would nothing more than to see everyone get striked and go down.
I don't know. I mean, just like the Daily Woo, he never struck a single channel. What made him relevant was Pass Through Productions, the Troll Patrol, and a couple other ones. Without those two channels, he would have been down to 25,000. And that kept him in the 30s and 40s because people would go because it's like Cartbagger. He's got to learn to shut up and don't say a word about the haters. Ignore them. Let them talk about you because then they'll put you out there. They'll put you in. That's why Sarasota Tim is talked about because they put him. I put him in the tagline. Yes, I do, but I'm not going to call into a show half drunk and bitch about the guy like they did yesterday in that live stream. On a backhandle, the way he was doing the podcast, and those two idiots calling in bitching about him that he's boring. Then why in the hell are you? It's like going and seeing a boring movie a second time. I walked out of Desperately Seeking Susan. I mean, that was like 25, maybe a long time ago. I walked out. I'm not going to go see that movie again. It's boring. Why would I go see it? I walked out of another movie. My only other movie was I can't remember that one. It was part 2 of the one. It was Anchorman part 2, and I walked out halfway through it. It was the worst. It was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not going to go back and see it again. I've seen it on TV. I don't even bother to watch it because it was boring. But
you walked out of Anchorman, or
part two. The first one.
Usually the second movies are always the worst.
What they should have done with him, they should have put him in L.A., not New York. That would have been more plausible instead of, I think it was New York they had him go to, which they should have kept him in L.A. They moved him to L.A., and then they could have feuded between L.A. and San Diego. That was like a forced movie. So I was like, I like comedy, but don't just be funny. Don't try to be funny. You know what I'm saying? It's when you try to be funny, it doesn't work. You know, it's just you force it. This is like Dan Aykroyd. He plays a character, and did you ever see him and Dan Aykroyd in Drive You Miss Daisy? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
He stole that movie because he played a Jewish gentleman and did a really good job on it. And then he was in Sneakers too as well. Sneakers is a really good movie with Robert Redford. He did a really good job as a nerd in that movie. So I mean, you know, this like he did that in with Belushi and Blues Brothers. Just played a really good character, you know. So I don't know, but that was a pretty interesting live stream last night, you know.
Yeah. I came in near the end, so I didn't, see a lot of it. I know Ziggy and I was talking at the time, and then Granny was talking.
Yeah, it's just a drunk. Just a drunken stupor, just a drunken fool. It's all it was.
Yeah, he sounded drunk, like he had a few.
I understand. I mean, I get it. I've had my drinking days, but I'll be damned if I'm drinking tomorrow. I'm going to come on a drunk podcast. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. It's not. It's not something I'm going to do. I mean, to make a fool of yourself. But there's one thing to be a drunk idiot, and another thing just to do it. I mean, to me, it's just foolish. But whatever. But
you don't sound too fond of Ziggy and I.
What?
I said you don't sound too fond of him.
No, I don't really care about the guy. I just don't like listening to drunk idiots. No, I don't hate the guy. I'm not into watching drunk people do videos or call into a podcast drunk like Bear Exposure. I get it. I can. If he was in a bar, I understand that. But if I'm going to be doing videos, I do eating videos, yes, whatever. But I'm surely not come on and be a drunk idiot. That's just sloppy drunk is not a fun thing for me. Making a fool of yourself. And I know he's a grown ass man. I don't hate the guy. I just think it's really kind of a sad. Your legacy the day you die is that your channel is all about drinking in your house. And that's just, to me, that's. If people like to watch that stuff, God love you. There's too much to watch. I found it out today. I was looking for stuff to listen to on YouTube, and I found a lot of fun stuff to listen to. And it's, there's so much out.
Everybody seems to be getting some liquor now. Karl got some liquor, and I think he learned that from Kentucky Todd or somebody. I don't know. He got himself a bottle of something.
Good old Kentucky Todd. Mm-hmm. He's a waste of good suffering. He's some guy who with a vest and was whining. My favorite video he did, which I popped him up and I had to go watch the one Sarasota Tim I did a video on it, that he was so wrapped up with Sarasota Tim that he thought he was threatening him with the knife video. He was so obsessed with this knife video that he thought for sure he was threatening him with the knife video. That's when I knew that guy was mentally ill. To think that he was doing just like what he thinks he's attacking you because what he thinks, whatever Stewie says. You know what I'm saying? He's that brainwashable dumbass.
Yeah, it's pretty sad to, cling to what Stewie says.
He's a classic dumbass.
Yeah,
dumbass.
He's a habitual liar, too. He's a hypocrite.
Who?
Stewie.
Yeah, I know he is. Stewie is a...
Well, that's why... He's calling me out the line about, I said I wasn't going to go to any more live streams or podcasts, which I've never said. But he said he was going to stop making videos on haters and stuff.
Yep. Oh, I know. And he's got sock accounts. It's line in a line now. It's like what else? He door dashes. That's why he does his late night ones. He doesn't has nothing else to do. He's a loner. He's just has no friends. He's got the gerbil in his dog, and that Snickers and Snuggles, and it's and YouTube's his outlet. So that's all he does. I mean, I make time for my podcast. I do videos when I'm in my car, or maybe I'll go out and when it's nice weather and do some videos, whatever. But I'm going on vacation with my wife tomorrow. We're going to go to, going to hopefully meet up with Santa Claus in Chicago and have some pizza and go watch the Blackhawks game and come back on Wednesday. So, the snowstorm, the airport was like a ghost town today, Minneapolis. There was no one around. Because on Saturday they were canceling flights already in advance from like Las Vegas, Southwest. There was like a whole shitload of flights that got canceled on the whole system because of the blizzard that came through the Midwest. So,
I know Prince was from Minnesota. You know what he said one time?
What?
Someone asked him why he stays in cold Minnesota. He says because it keeps the bad people out.
Not necessarily.
Because it's so cold.
It can at time. It can at time. It's you can dress for cold weather. You can't dress for hot weather. I'm not living I want to go outside. If you're in Vegas in the middle of July, you look outside, it's like sunshine, but you walk outside and you can't breathe. You can't play golf until like early morning or late at night. So we have great money. They love to give money away. They love to in this town. They love to keep the voters with the money. That's why they all come here. Immigrants come here because we are more than happy to give them money. So that's why.
I think I told you my brother lived in Minnesota for several years.
Mm-hmm. Where do you live in Minnesota?
Yeah. I think Burnsville.
Yep, that's south of me. That's on the other side of the river. It's on the side of the river.
I think Shakopee.
Yep, Shakopee is not too far from. That's like that. If he would go down, you go down 42. That's he would go west, and then Shakopee is. They have a cool little downtown, and then you go 101. They have valley fairs there, and they have the casinos in Prior Lake, and once they built the over 77 to get across the river, Shakopee exploded and it's become a very big city. Back in, I'd say 20 years ago, it was just you had Valley Fair, you had Raceway Park, and a small little downtown. You had Richard's Bar, and it was just a small little town. Now it's become this big city because when Bill Clinton was in office, all of a sudden we had a bunch of explosion of people coming here, and everything went south over the river. So Burnsville and that, and Lakeville and all that stuff became huge.
He used to go to Mall of America a lot.
Yep. Yeah, that's not too far from Burnsville.
He got me an elephant that when you lifted it up, it would roar. It's a cookie jar, and then a Wizard of Oz. It was in like a glass dome of the Wizard of Oz and Dorothy and the Scarecrow and the Lion and the Tin Man, and you could see the Emerald City in the background, and it was in a glass dome. It was beautiful. He sent me that.
Yeah, the mall.
Yeah, I had a good brother.
Right. Mall America is fun. I go there like once or twice a year. It's kind of fun to walk around and go in there and see what's going on. So it's always fun to walk around. But
yeah, do they still have that roller coaster in there?
Oh yeah, it used to be Camp Sniper, but now it's they're still but hang on a second. My neighbor, someone did my driveway for me. I went over next to neighbor. I said, "You took away my my content." I came home and he did my driveway. My next neighbor did. I'm like, "Come on, man." St. Louis Scott. Call. I am live. Call the show. But I like St. Louis Scott. He's pretty cool. But yeah, I came home and I'm like, God damn it, he did my driveway for me, bastard. But You want me to call Karl?
Sure, go ahead.
Let me see if he's available. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Hang on a second. Let me go over here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's see. Recent. Let's get Karl on. See if he will call the show. Call us. We'll see if he's available.
No.
Hang on a second. Oh, Karl, welcome with Squirrel Bay Parody. She called into the show. What's happening?
What's up?
Hey, Karl.
Hey, Squirrel Bay. Let me get my earbuds in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We were. Are you there, Karl?
Yeah, I'm here.
We were just ripping on your live stream from last night. We were just kind of making. Well, I was making fun of you. She kind of jumped on too about your behavior last night.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. So, anyways, what's going on?
I got to talk to Grandma, the librarian lady, again.
Did you?
It was awesome. Ziggy was a little lit up.
Yeah, we noticed that. I talked about that. He was a little lit.
Yeah, but everybody seemed to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's fun to watch somebody else be drunk instead of yourself. So, watch the monkey dance.
Okay.
I guess. Well, that's what it is. You're watching make a spectacle of himself. That's what you're laughing at, the monkey dance. Like you like to watch Sarasota Tim, the monkey dance. So that's what you're doing. So.
Well, JJ was telling him he should apologize because he made fun of JJ.
Who did?
And then he couldn't remember if he did or he didn't.
Oh, he wants him to apologize to JJ?
No, he wants I to apologize to JJ.
Okay. Well, that's too bad.
JJ wants I to apologize to JJ. I don't know.
Well,
Personally, I think you should just apologize right at the get-go. Not be something like a year or 2 years later, because by that point it doesn't really mean anything.
It's like punishing your dog that pottied in the middle of in the house an hour later when you see it. They don't know they did anything wrong, so it's too late then,
Right. So as soon as I find out I was in the wrong, I try to take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And,
it's a good choice. So she was talking about Kentucky Todd, your brother, ripping on her. So what? And so she was Kentucky Todd believes what Beef Stew says about her. What were you talking about there, young lady, with Karl?
I don't think Kentucky Todd really knows Squirrel Bait all that much, other than what she's put out. I don't think he's heard her talk on your show. So I think everything he knows.
I think he's just maybe defending Stewie or something, because he mentioned near the end of your live that why am I upset that Stewie makes fun of me when I make fun of other nomads? And I said, well, I'm not upset that he's making videos about me. It's just that he's depicting me as an old lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
I don't care. But I just said that Stewie's main purpose is to discredit me. Okay, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
Anyone can say anything else, but that's how I perceive it. And he also said in Stewie's live, he said that I lied, that I was never going to come to any more podcasts or live streams, and I've never said that. It's not written anywhere, but he wanted to say that I lied.
Yeah, I don't see where Stewie gets to say anything and people just believe him.
Right.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, people will believe him. And that's fine.
I don't think
I'll tell you what.
I don't think people believe Stewie.
Let me say something. If these people want to believe him, they can go ahead and unsubscribe to me. okay?
Right.
Because I don't make a dime. My channel isn't monetized, you know, and I can just put everything on private and just go away. I really don't care, you know. I mean, that's something I thought about 2 years ago, just quitting, because it takes me a long time to make videos, because I don't have a lot of time. I don't sit at home like he does.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He thinks he's getting to me, and he's not, because I don't care. You know? But I mean, if he wants to put me on, you know, make his little AI videos about me, he can, you know, put me in my costume, like, you know, as Xena Warrior Princess or something like that. You know, otherwise, you're going to make me look like a grandma's pocketbook or something. I don't know.
Right. Well, I know you've requested it, and he hasn't accommodated you.
Right.
But I think I know you've requested it, and Stewie hasn't accommodated you yet. Whether he is or isn't, I don't know. But I think Stewie is one of those people that wants to get monetized, but he won't admit it.
Right.
And if he's just going to make short videos, he's going to have a long way to go.
Correct.
I looked at the shorts the other day, and my best short made me $0.25.
Yep.
I got a whole quarter from it.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to make a lot of subscribers or get monetized if you're going after Sarasota Tim haters. Okay, there's not a niche in it. It's not popular. Even my parody that I make is not popular, you know, unless I see some really well-known people, you know, like movie stars or something like that, and make parodies on them. You know, yeah, I might pick up, but I'm not monetizing my channel.
Yeah, if I wanted to make money at YouTube, I'd probably have a better chance. But if I clean myself up, put on nice clothes, and just followed true crime and gave my 2 cents.
Right. Well, that's what Call Me Chris does now. She does true crime, and she also does reaction, kind of like BlindViews does, but she does different people. I think she'll watch a video. Like me and you were doing videos together, me and you, Karl. She would react to us. You know what I'm saying? That's what she does.
Yeah, I mean, if I did true crime, I could probably get, over time, I could probably get to 100.
Well, you're a lawyer. You'd be able to speak it, so that's what you'd be good at. You would.
Yeah, I'd be able to speak it, and I'd be retired, so I wouldn't have any skin in the game.
Because there's a guy, his name is Low Law, whatever his name is. He does like 12-minute videos. Low something
Yeah,
Law.
Lito's Law.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does, what you could do. But I love about his stuff, it's 11 minutes long, and he keeps it in small doses. And just like the guy
and he takes legal topics that are trendy or popular.
Correct. There's another psychiatrist out there who does things about whatever's going on in, you know, a murder or something. He'll talk about something that the whole timeline. He does like about a 15-minute video. And just like the guy me and you talked about yesterday on the phone, that one guy who's a nerd, he talked about Wendy's, the downfall. He does walk and talks while he does it. You know that guy we talked about yesterday on the phone?
Yeah.
He's really good. I mean, he does these 50-minute videos of rise and fall of Wendy's and other things that he does, and he's really good at that. That's his niche. And he's obviously well read. And you could do that. You could still do that, Karl. You could still do it on your channel.
I know, but I'm not interested. I'm just interested in doing what I think is fun.
No, that's exactly that. My channel, both my channels
all I do.
Both my channels the same way.
Yeah. You could talk about politics.
I have.
There's a lot of politics channels out there that are doing really good. You know, they all got something to say.
I could even do finance too, but I just don't want to. I think it's more fun just to hang out, just be in the peanut gallery, goofing around.
Right. No, I totally understand.
Yeah, I understand that, because these channels, they really do their homework, you know, researching and stuff like that, and that takes a lot of time.
Yep.
But I mean, they've got over 50,000 subscribers. Some have over 1 million.
But one thing about political stuff, if you really go hard after like the Hunch or somebody else, people will strike your channel. Especially if you're like the Midas Touch has had many. They're really good. I've always liked them. They get a lot of strikes in their channel. People get pissed. You know what I'm saying? They get pissed because they don't like their. So true crime is one thing, but when you are a political channel, and let's say you don't like the Hunch or you like him, people get pissed. Just like if me and you were to talk to the FBI about child trafficking and that kind of behavior, we would bring that to light and do like every week about a 30-minute interview with somebody. The protectors and the people would strike us down because they don't like the truth. So when you do political behaviors, whatever side you're on, people get pissed at. Especially if you get more popular, they're going to strike you down because they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. But, I could just add things that people probably aren't aware of, like that thing I told you today about if you're a mom, you can't be charged with aiding and abetting after the fact.
I didn't know that. When you told me that today, I didn't know that a mom could not be charged with aiding and abetting. I couldn't, I didn't know that.
It's a public policy reason. Because we want moms to protect their kids.
Well, I told you, Bruce Springsteen has talked about that in a couple interviews, and he said that in his concert. And he goes, moms never give up on their children. They're the last ones to hold out.
One that came close to that is that kid that took the gun to school and they prosecuted the parents.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised that the mom got prosecuted.
Right.
But the facts of the case kind of showed where she,
Right.
I mean, you just don't have a gun in your house with a kid and not have it locked up.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my law.
So now we got you on here, Karl, Mr. Lawyer himself. So what do you think with this law thing, with this thing from your boys, your uncle, Sarasota Tim? Is there anything? Have they found out that this letter is for real or not?
We don't know yet. There's people. I don't know. They're all over the place. It's like a big hornet's nest. But I'm all bummed out because I really believe Tammy's out of the picture. So Tammy's not going to come back. And
right.
I'm just not really interested in watching Tim be poor and drive around Florida in the truck. I mean, it just.
You think Tammy's out of the picture?
I believe that comment she left on JJ's thing. I believe that was her, and I believe what she said in the comment.
Oh, the Tim Tam account?
Yeah. Now, I could be wrong. It could have been fake, because we never have proof in YouTube land, but just based on the reading and that it was Tim Tam or Tam Tim, that was an old thing. JJ believes it's really, really her, and JJ had spoken to her several times. In fact, the weekend they went down for Bev's cancer treatment was the weekend Tim wanted to bring Tammy up and have Tammy as his house guest at their house. Talking about being an ingrate. You let me stay here as a house guest. Now I want to come here and stay as a house guest with my girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't understand it. If I went down to see JJ or Cowpote, I would stay in a hotel nearby. I wouldn't stay at the house,
right,
even if they offered. Well, personally, I don't get it, but maybe that's just me, and most people are different. I don't know.
Well, I saw my sister in Oregon, not once but twice, both times I stayed in a hotel, and she was, I said, I'll let you stay at your own house. I said, you can come and get me in the morning if you want. They did. I'll stay at my own I stayed there for a whole week when I was in twice.
Now, when I go visit my sisters, I do stay at their house.
Well, they had a bunch.
They're my sisters.
They had 3 kids, and I just didn't. I wanted to have my own shower, my own.
No, I understand, but yeah, I mean, if it's your family, I can see you staying in the house.
Right.
But
I know, but it was just it was the
family.
dynamics. I would have had to sleep in the on the bed, a roll-up bed, and I'd be in the middle of the living room. And it was, to me, it was just I didn't want to. I had my own place. And I get what you're trying to say.
But I watch all these realtor shows, and they say this is the guest bedroom or this is the guest house attached to the house.
Well, I understand. I have grandma's.
Maybe other people do it. I don't know.
We have a room downstairs that we call grandma's room, and her niece will come to stay overnight to go to the airport, and they can stay downstairs. Then they have they have a shower downstairs, and everything else, and that's fine. It's all condensed for them to go downstairs, and they can be down there with Bosco at the Costco. Kitty can jump on the bed, whatever. But with my sister, it just wasn't going to waste good suffering and try to sleep on the couch in the middle of the living room. That's just my personal opinion. I get what you're trying to say. It's just easier to have your own place. It's not about the money; it's the convenience. So,
yeah, if you wake up. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, sweetheart.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I just turned on Karl's video here. This chat GPT recommend watching Sarasota Tim, and I had to turn the volume down.
Yeah, I just put that one up.
Oh, did you just have did you have another live stream today?
No, I just did an 8-minute video.
Okay. What was on the agenda?
This chat. I don't know if I want to keep watching Sarasota Tim.
You liar! Will you quit? See now you.
I know.
Here we go again. That's right. It's just my baby girl. Here we go again, you guys. Here we go.
But I still will because I got sunk costs.
I know. We talked about this before.
What happens to him.
We talked about this before when you went over Thick and Rich. You watched.
He's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, you're gonna watch the monkey dance. That's what you're gonna do. Just like Casey Gritz, he loves New York Daniel. He loves to watch this close-up face.
But I'm disappointed in myself that I can't quit.
Oh, you can't quit me? Oh my goodness!
I can't quit Tim. I'm disappointed.
I've seen three videos of him.
I should be a better person and be able to quit watching him.
Even Passy Productions, who I saw him through, even said one day, we're not going to cover him anymore because it's the same thing. They actually don't even talk about Sarasota Tim. They don't. A few times they talk about him, they're like, it's boring. Why bother? Because they didn't even bother because Carpetbagger and the Daily Woo were daily, but it was something different and how they were traveling. They could rip on him. Where Sarasota Tim is just a goofball and an idiot. And I put him in the notes when I hear you talk about with this lawyer thing, which I think is nothing but fake news. My opinion on it.
Hey, Z-Car put out a video 3 hours ago, and I didn't get notified of it, and so I checked on it here, and I'm not subscribed anymore. I wonder if it was because he put his channel on private.
Who?
Z-Car.
I didn't. I was subscribed to Z-Car, and I didn't get a notice that he did a video.
Yeah, 3 hours ago.
Oh, beef stew?
And we're not talking about stew, we're talking about a Z-Car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Z-Car.
Okay.
Yeah,
Z-Car. You should be a fan of Sarasota Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, it's accessories update, grand design. I guess he's showing off his RV here, his trailer.
Insane.
Yeah, no. I'm not subscribed either.
Yeah, it's weird, ain't it?
Who is this? Who we talk? Who is this guy? Who we talk about?
Z-Car. He's just he's the guy that's met Sarasota Tim. He was pro Sarasota Tim, and then he's come around to our side.
That's funny. Coming around to our side. It's hilarious.
I think.
If we're on sides, he's come around to our side. Some people will call him a fence sitter. Some people say he's on our side. I don't think anybody really says he's still on Sarasota's side.
Yeah, Karl, didn't you make him a moderator on your live streams?
Not intentionally. I don't think I have any.
Somebody did. Oh, I think it was JJ. Yeah, JJ made him a moderator.
Yeah, I don't have any moderators. I haven't seen the need to have any.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they just seem to cause problems because then if I make someone a moderator and don't make somebody else a moderator,
Yeah,
it's like-
Zcar made a lot of AI short videos on Sarasota Tim. Sometimes he'd put about 5 out a day. And he said he got burned out by that.
yeah.
I would too if I put that many out, in one day. But he's a nice guy. He's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's all right. He's got it made. I mean, that's pretty much what I do is just watch how everybody's doing retirement.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it fine. They got a little camper to go tooling around. He's got a nice house.
So, Karl, are we gonna meet on tomorrow night or not?
I don't know. It's I go in at 9:00 and they say expect a full day.
Okay.
And I asked my son and he didn't know.
Well,
So I guess it depends how early I can get off.
it's if you can't.
And then I think I got to work at 5:00 the next day. So I don't know.
If you can't, you can't. Don't. It's not a
Are
big
you
deal.
guys planning on meeting?
Yeah, because I'm going to Chicago.
Yeah,
I'm going to Chicago
If
one
I
month.
get off, if I get off at 5:00, it takes me 3 hours to get there.
Well, don't even bother.
Make it-
If you can't do it, don't do it.
Yeah, which would make it 8:00. And then I got to turn around and come back and then be at work at 5 in the
Yeah,
morning.
don't do it. I mean, if you can't
But
do
like
it,
if it's one of those things where I go in and they just have me watch a few videos and it's like noon and they say you can go home for the day, well then I'd have plenty of time.
good. Okay.
You're gonna drive 3 hours to see Jeff?
Yeah,
that what you're
close.
Why don't you guys meet halfway?
Because
Why don't you meet halfway?
we're not renting a car.
They don't have a car.
We're staying close to the stadium, and we're going to Uber it to the pizza place. We don't have a car. We're taking a train out there.
Yeah, we're not really worried about it. If this one doesn't work out, we'll figure something else
Yeah,
out.
it's not a big deal. We can always meet. We can always meet halfway someday.
3-day weekend, then I can always buzz up to St. Paul. It's really not that far.
And we can meet halfway somewhere in 94 someday if we want to on a Saturday or something. You know what I'm saying? We could figure a halfway point in there.
I was always thinking about Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We can meet there. That'd be fun. Yeah. It's a nice ride. So there's a casino there you can have lunch at. You know what I'm saying? There's a casino there. No, I don't. We're taking a train tomorrow morning. It's a 7.5 hour train ride. And we're going to have pizza at Gino's East. And then we're going to get up and then we go to the game on Tuesday. And then we get up in the morning, come back on Wednesday on the train.
So
So
it's always been the plan to do it. It's just I got this new job.
no, I totally understand.
It's funky. Yeah.
You can't. You can do it. You can do it. If you can't, you can't. There's it isn't like I'm some celebrity. No big deal. So
Yeah. So
I'm just looking at Zcar's channel here. It says he's got 3 subscribers. I wonder what happened.
that's you, me, and somebody else. Because I just subscribed to him.
I haven't subscribed to him yet. I was looking at some other stuff here, and then I just looked back over here, and it's showing 3 subscribers. I wonder if I wonder if he lost everything and starting all over again.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't need
JPG.
You don't. I'm sorry, what?
I'm just looking at Zcars.
okay.
stuff. Actually, I don't think I subscribed to Z-Car because this person's wackadoodle. That's not Z-Car.
Well, it's okay. Well, it's got all his videos here.
Okay, now I just subscribed. He's got 3 subscribers.
Who is this guy? We're talking. Who is this?
Actually subscribed to Z-Car.
But he doesn't have any shorts up. Oh, wait, yeah,
He is.
He's got one short.
He's on the periphery of the Tim stuff. He used to comment on Tim's videos positively.
Okay.
And then I started talking about him, and he started to comment on my videos, and he seemed decent. So I kept talking to him, and then he eventually started being more friends with everybody else because Tim don't ever talk to you. And then he left.
Okay.
Tim, and then he's been with us. And, you know, he's been making Sora videos about Tim.
Tim is Mr. Popularity amongst the haters. Yeah, Karl, Karl, there's no way you'll quit Sarasota Tim. There's just no way. That's your whole identity. There's not a chance. You could be a very good law. You could be a very good true law guy because you obviously know the law. So,
but I'm sad that I don't quit it.
You're just a.
It looks like he took all his Sarasota Tim videos down except for one. 11 days ago, it says Z-Car talks RVs and Sarasota Tim's upcoming travel. That's the only one I see on.
So my question to you, Karl.
4 days ago.
Hey, Karl, if Sarasota Tim is found dead in Bendover Park, would you go to his funeral? And then what would you do if Sarasota Tim was found dead in Bendover Park of a heart attack or somebody took him out? What's the first thing out of your mouth? What would you do next? What would your next step on YouTube be? If he passed away by either someone's hand or he just stopped breathing because the runway got real small and he just dropped dead, what would you do then? Would you watch Beef Stew and complain about Beef Stew? Would you watch Carpetbagger?
I'd watch him. Oh, you mean if Sarasota Tim was just gone?
Yeah, if he stopped breathing, if he's all of a sudden just...
I'd still talk to you. I'd still talk to JJ.
But what,
I don't know what kind of videos I.
That's my whole point. What would you do? I mean,
I'd probably still do lives where you just come on and you just talk with everybody
with an open mic, with an open mic, right? With an open mic, right?
I don't know, with a closed mic eventually. And
what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, man? I don't understand. You're more.
I don't know. I'm just mellow. Just want to hang out. Just want to enjoy stuff. I don't want to be bogged down in drama.
Yeah.
You don't want to be obligated.
Yeah.
Is that it? You don't want to be obligated.
Right.
Let me see.
And if I don't have to stick to a narrative just because I'm making money at it or just because.
I understand, Karl. I'm just busting you balls. You don't got to explain yourself.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Making my videos, you know, it only started out as a hobby, and you know, I didn't want to be monetized because I didn't want to feel obligated that people are waiting on me to put something out. I just didn't want to feel stressed out.
The only thing about being monetized on YouTube is they push it out because they make money on it. That's the only reason why they'll push it out more often, because they make money on monetized videos. You know what I'm saying? If your video gets like over 1,000, maybe 2,000, they will monetize it for them. They've done that on a few videos of my old videos. They've monetized a few of them that I had over 2,000-3,000 on. They monetized it. I didn't make any money on it. They made money on it.
I mean,
yeah,
like
if you join the YouTube partner program, at first I did, and then I got out of it. You know, no, this ain't for me. You know, because I got I would have been monetized about 2 years ago, and I've already been doing this for like 6 years, and I'm so burnt out.
Well, this channel I'm on right now, it took me 5 years to get to 1,000 subs. It took forever to get, I mean, by just doing dumb videos and then the Sarasota 10, it takes a while to get there. And then it doesn't mean squat. Okay, I'm monetized. I barely break 100 once in a while. It's, you know,
Yeah, all these Sarasota Tim channels and that are coming out, they're not going to last long.
Right.
They're going to get burnt out by it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see where everybody goes once it's over.
I feel bad for Buckeye Gordon. He wants so bad to be monetized in that so he can get his piece, but you know, you're gonna have to make at least 1,000 views just to get, you know, earn $10.
Right. Well, it's just like with
I would just go out and get a part-time job.
Yep.
Say the hell with that.
Carpetbagger and Wonder Hussy, they're both monetized by their listeners to give her and him money. He gets like $30,000 a year from his listeners. He gets a ton of money. People give him lots of money, so that's what he gets. His views vary from time to time. That's why he can travel. People love to give him money. At the car accident, getting married, the Huss has all kinds of different ways to give her money. She does 2 videos a week, and they average between 20 and 30. She's not making a lot of money. So, you know, that's her job.
Yeah,
you know.
How long is she going to be doing this? She's going to get older.
Yeah,
she's not going to be looking as good.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally understand. I love her dearly. I want to see her be successful, but she's now, and Karl brought this up to me, and I made a comment on her video today. Some guy paid her to go from San Francisco to Denver on a train, and she did a quick video, a filler video on the Denver airport, you know, whatever she's done, because she's now doing things that people want her to do, to go on a train. So then she had to fly back to San Francisco. I don't know if this guy paid for her or not, but she went on the train because somebody wanted to go on. She doesn't do things because she wants to, because she's being, like you said, Karl, she has become a non-sexual escort for men my age that want to be seen with Wonder Hussy. Like the old man who's took her.
She's always been.
But she's been that more often now. Before it was nudes, now it's videos. She went to Australia. He paid her way. She went somewhere with him the other day up to New Mexico, and instead of flying her straight to New Mexico, she went to Arizona and then the plane. Whatever. And God love her, right? But you know, people have said that in her comments. She's got to get out of the desert and go do some more substantial. But it's. I love her dearly, but it's just Tampa Jay's the same thing. He does videos hoping he makes money, and it's buy me a pizza, just like with New York Dan, buy me a coffee, this stuff. Hey, here's your cup of coffee, here's your pizza, let's eat it together. You know, it's like I've never asked for a damn thing. I don't think you do either, Karl. Obviously you don't either, sweetheart. You don't ask for a damn thing. I talk about my NFL podcast. All I want from anybody is you give me a like, a dislike, make a comment. I don't ask for money from anybody. I've never, ever asked for anything in my podcasting days for 18 years. Because when I was on Blog Talk Radio Network, they would not let you put any link in your description for any kind of money. They would not let you do that. They were not going to be the website. They would let you, ask for money and stuff. They didn't want that behavior. So I don't know.
Well, it's allowed, so if people do
that's fine.
But they're beggars.
I get it. I watch Channel 11 News. I don't give them money while they're live. You know, and same thing with KQ or any 89.3 or here 90.5, the religious station. I listen to them, and and if it's a place I like, they advertise. I'll go.
Well, you listen to the commercials,
right? That's fine, but I'm not giving money to anybody.
Old commercials.
I'm not.
Well, that's the same thing with doing a YouTube video being monetized.
I give money to Wonder Hussy by talking about her and telling people to go listen to her. That's my way of giving her money, to support her and to tell people about her and go listen to her. Wandering Gypsy, even Carpetbagger, when the Woo was around. Go listen to these people, give them some love. But I'm not going to give her any money. I sent her a hat and shirt a long time ago for the board members for fun, and she showed it in the camera, and I appreciate it. But that was more just a fun little. Here's my hat and shirt. Be a board member. This was 4 years ago, but I'm not giving her money. You know, if I meet her, I'll shake her hand and say, hey, you know, keep up good work, but I'm not giving her any money. I'm not doing it.
Well, that's you. I don't see what you see in her, but
I really don't see anything in her.
I'm glad it works for you.
Here's what I don't watch all her stuff. Here's what I see in her is that she's trying to make it on YouTube, and I'll support her. That's my whole point. I don't think she's beautiful. I mean, she's 5'3" and she looks like a penguin. I just support her for what she's trying to do on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Karl. I wouldn't date that woman because, like I told you, it's a
trying to do something.
No, she's. I'm not simping on her. If I was single tomorrow, she's too short for me, and her voice drives me insane. I just will support her. Even Carolyn RV. Anybody on YouTube that wants to get a camera and leave the house and make content, I don't care if it's Nomadic, Fanadic. Hey, have fun.
I'm probably going to watch your latest video because I'm interested in seeing what's going on at the Denver.
I made a comment down below. I made some comment, whatever. But it was a filler video. She talked about the horse, which I've seen, and that under the airport, it's allegedly the New World Order. So she went through all that, and it's been well known about the airport that it's underneath. There's a New World Order. So I've been to the airport, and she kind of slammed the Denver people that they're snobs. I'm like, really? Let's start insulting people in Denver because she lives in California. I'm like, really? But
and that airport really isn't in. That airport isn't even in Denver.
No, but she was kind of.
It's like 20 miles outside of Denver.
Go ahead, sweetheart. What do you say?
What wasn't Wonder Hussey known for looking for hot springs to
yes, and that's
soak
it.
Naked?
Yes, and that's what she used to do, to go to hot springs. And one day she was bitching that somebody like her on YouTube makes more views. Well, they keep their clothes on, and your Wonder Hussey, that doesn't get pushed out because people see the hussy. And she was thinking of changing her name. It's like she used to go see. When I first met her, when I first saw her, hey, she would go to different places. She'd go to ghost towns, and she was interesting. But now she just stays in the desert and goes back to the same towns over and over again. It's. I've told her in emails a few times, you're going to have to leave California. You're going to get in your car and go someplace because it's the same thing. And now she's being an escort for men. Before when she was a nude model, I would pay her $1,000 to go out in the desert and take nude pictures of her at some places, which I'm not going to do. So she did that. She monetized her body. So, hey, I wish her all the luck in the world, but just going to the same place over and over again and having more meet and greets because it's meat and money. Give me money, give me money. That's what she's doing. So, whatever. I don't know. What are you going to do? But anyways, getting close to that end here. I'm going to play one more song I hear, Windy City Blues. But anything you want to say, I appreciate you calling in the show, young lady. Anything you want to say?
No, I don't. No, I'm good.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to call in the show.
Yeah, I had a long day.
Okay.
I'm unwinding right now.
I understand. Have a shot of blackberry brandy for me. But, Karl, anything you want to say?
Congratulations to the Manual Rams for winning state in basketball in their division. It was the high school my wife went to, and they had a parade for them today, and it went right in front of our house.
Really?
It was kind of cool.
They won some pumpkin ball, huh? Pumpkin ball, huh? Good.
They won the Illinois State Championship they're in a division where there's not that many kids, but you still win in state in your division.
Yeah, you'll be remembered forever in that town. When you're 40 years old, you can look back at that and go, guess what? We won some pumpkin ball. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like the Lord Stanley, but you're a champion somewhere. It's something you can.
Yeah, well, it's nice that they had a parade for them. They got to ride on fire trucks and stuff.
There's a few small towns I drive by in '94, and they have a picture of from in what was it, 1998. It was a small town, and it says the home of the 1998 AAA basketball team, and they had all the girls up there on off the highway. It's been there for many years, and they're probably now all in their 30s, but they're on a billboard outside their town being moralized that they're champions. So the young ladies that's a good thing. They're showing, and hey, I've been a big proponent of girls sports. I grew up hockey because if they're If they're not playing sports and they're not doing something, I'm all big. I'm a youth hockey person. I'm big on youth. Any male, female, doesn't really matter. To go and playing sports, because they're not playing sports, they're breaking into our house. That's all there is to it. So the more it's good to see girls playing sports, because they didn't do it a lot back in the 80s and 90s, and it's been real big. So good for them, champions, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys, thanks for both coming on. This will be out tomorrow at 7 o'clock. But if we can't meet tomorrow, I get it. So don't bust your balls if you can't make it. You got to get up in the morning.
Having another one tomorrow?
It's just going to come down to whether it's a poor choice.
Right.
I'm going to have enough time to get up and get back. And
but this audio will come out tomorrow morning. This audio will come out tomorrow morning. I'm going to release it tomorrow morning. So
I'm packing my car to where I can go, but it's just going to depend on when I get off.
I'll have my phone on in the train. So if you can't do it, don't. I mean, it's not worth busting your balls to meet this idiot and Sue Ellen to have pizza, and then try to drive back and get one for a new job. It's not cool. So.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll still do something. It just might not be tomorrow.
I understand.
Yeah, tell Sue Ellen I said hi and bye.
All right. Thank you.
Squirrel bait. What? Can I ask what state you live in? Or is that putting you too close?
No, I'm not. No, I don't give out that information.
Okay. I just didn't know if you were.
People have guessed and they've gotten it wrong, and I don't know.
No,
I don't know why they.
No, I don't. If you don't want to say, I don't want to ask if you don't want to say.
No, I've already had the stalker.
We understand.
And
it never hurts.
It's not that I don't trust you. Hey, Karl, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody.
I don't blame you. It never hurts.
I completely understand.
Yeah, I don't know who's listening out there.
I understand. You don't need to understand. Well, you guys, I'll see you both later. And if we don't see Chicago, thanks again for calling in, Spirit. I appreciate it. I'll see you both later, okay?
All right, we'll see.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. There they go. That was fun. I mean, could have went on for a long time, but let's the Windy. I don't blame her. It's like, it's just I don't blame her whatsoever, because people are weird, and so there's nothing wrong with it. And he was asking, but it's not a big deal. All right, the first one is like, God, it's like 5 minutes. This one's the second one. It's Windy City Blues. Here we go.
Cold rain on State Street, collar up, cab light gone, neon on a puddle, my shadow just tags along. Corner bar half empty, bartender knows my name. He says, you chasing trouble, or trouble chasing you again. I got those windy city blues blowing straight through my shoes. Oh yeah, every alley, every train just echoes your name. Windy city blues, cutting right to the bone. Crowded streets and high-rise views. Still feel alone. Still feel alone. Your scarf on my radiator still smells like last July. Lakefront, bare feet, cheap wine, laugh lines in your eyes. Now it's salt on the sidewalk and a note on the kitchen chair. Had to go find some sunshine. You won't find it here. I got those windy city blues blowing straight through my shoes. Hey, every alley, every train just echoes your name. Windy city blues, cutting right to the bone. Crowded streets and high-rise views. Still feel alone. Yeah, snowflakes in the street lamp spin like they don't care. I keep talking to your voicemail like you're still there. I write those windy city blues blowing straight through my shoes. Every alley, every train keeps shouting your name. Windy city blues howling right through this town until you come back around. I'm just a ghost in this cold Midwestern sound.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go pie real quick, and I'll come right back. This is the Windy City Train Blues. All right. The first one was okay. The second better than the first. I'm gonna go play it, and I'm gonna go pie, and we'll end it. So again, Windy City Train Blues. This is the second one.
Cold collar up, platform slick with rain, coffee in a paper cup, watching that westbound train. Headlight smear on a dirty window pane, your ghost in the glass, riding every outbound lane. Got those Windy City train blues, steel wheels singing your name. Every track I choose leads me back to the same old blame. You were gone before the sun, signal crying red through the gloom. Windy City train blues rolling through this empty room. Newspaper stand, man says you look tired, son. I laugh it off, say this night's just begun, but my hands keep shaking. Ticket stubs so through every mile between us feels like it's running me too. Got those Windy City train blues, steel wheels singing your name. Every track I choose leads me back to the same old blame. You were gone before the sun, signal crying red through the gloom. Windy City train blues rolling through this empty room. They say time runs straight, but these rails just bend, looping every farewell back to the start again. If I catch that southbound, would it change your mind? Or am I just chasing shadows down a frozen line? Got those Windy City train blues, steel wheels singing your name. Every track I choose leads me back to the same old blame. You were gone before the sun, signal crying red through the gloom. Windy City train blues, yeah, that's all I ever knew. Last train moans, the city coughs up steam. I stand there stranded while you're leaving every dream.
love the blues. So I mean, harmonic in there, but I know I don't play music, but I just wrote that while they Squirrel Bait and Karl were talking. So, and I wrote what was the one I wrote before I love blues, and I burned my own CD one when I was paying for it. Now I just do it for free. When you pay for it, you can download. Then I got at work. Someone had a I'm gonna throw it away. You can download onto a CD. So I burned my own CD. I love blues. You can make those into a song any day. Anyways, you guys. Let's go. It is Eyes of Glory. Oh, Windy City, here we come as we leave on the 16th to come back on the 18th on Amtrak. From the blizzard of Minnesota, we're at war in Iran, convicted, failed, adjudicated rapist, flat feet, draft dodger, Donald J., your slut 47th. 1 and 2, forgotten in Vietnam, 58,000 plus. Were sacrificed. We stormed those beaches, snapped the necks of crowd, freed those Jews. All the wars, men and women blue, balls the size of over oak trees. God bless working class. They are the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Marines Coast Guard in uniform. You are your choices in life. Remember that. You don't like 2 men having sex? Well, you can't watch 2 women because that's not a very Christian thing to do it. And would you shower? Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in that shower of Penn State. P stood for Penn State. The blue laws, the rat line, all that behavior. Burn the church to the ground. Put a condom on, put AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, the penis, ouch. You even carry the groceries if you don't marry before you carry. He runs off, the father does, so pretend that stuff. Adoption's the option. St. Patty's Day coming up on Tuesday. When this comes out today, tomorrow. Don't drink and drive. Call some murder someone, okay? My name is Jeff, and this is Fear Mongering Radio in the great state of Minnesota. City, Minnetonka. Ladies and gentlemen, we are